A come-from-behind victory for the Rockers yesterday leads into a series finale, with the Mud Puppies attempting to even the series this afternoon. Thursday means more baseball in the Northwoods League. The Dock Spiders pay their second visit of the season to Capital Credit Union Park here in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin. Friday evening brings baseball in a battle between two in-division rivals with a chance to get above the 500 win mark. The Rockers and the Mallards match up for the first time this evening on Flow Sports. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. I'm Sam Klug, that's Tad Martinson. And Tad, both these teams on a little bit of a skid, but battling today for a chance to get to 3-2.
Yeah, Green Bay yesterday against Wausau. They got swept in that second game down at Athletic Park. It was a late inning collapse from Ricky Howell, who didn't have his best day on the mound there in the bottom of the 8th inning. Then for Madison, they had a tough day as well. An error in the first inning kind of got the Dock Spiders on the board. And then from there, a 16-8 victory. A long day down at the Duck Pond for the Mallards.
And speaking of the Dock Spiders and the Woodchucks, they sit atop the Great Lakes West right now with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, Fond du Lac is looking really good so far this season. 3-1 record. Wausau's doing well also. And in the middle, Green Bay and Madison. And we talked about how the Woodchucks, the Mallards, the Rockers are all going to be fighting for that first half playoff spot. We're going to see which team here prevails in this series against Madison Mallards.
Now we look at our players to watch. Starting with the visitors, it's going to be Preston Youcher.
Well, Youcher had a good day yesterday, got a hit and a run against the Dock Spiders, but also did really well in that opening series against the Woodchucks. He's looking for success here in the opener against Green Bay.
And for the Rockers, Selga, couple RBIs yesterday, kind of on an offensive hot streak.
Yeah, he had a slow start to the season, but that 2 RBI single he hit the other way at Athletic Park really got him rolling. He's going to be looking to pull the ball here today, get it over that short porch in right field.
And now the pitching matchup, we have one returner and a newcomer to the Northwoods League, Skylar Lehman on the mound for the Mallards.
Yeah, Skylar Lehman actually pitched for Madison last year, played a game here at Capital Credit Union Park. It was a 7-inning doubleheader last season, which he went 2 2/3 innings of relief.
And for the Rockers, it's going to be Max Wagar making his Northwoods League debut.
Well, Wagar's looking for a good start here in the Northwoods League. He's tall, he's athletic. We saw him do a backflip on media day. The left-handed arm is really going to be a challenge for the Mallards.
And when we come back, we'll have starting lineups all the way up to first pitch. You are watching the Northwoods League on Flow College Sports. And ready. Here's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Punch down the door, KJ Ward. That's the silencer. Wagar waits. Now he almost quick pitches. Ground ball, diving stop by Fernandez. Steps on third. Over to first in time. There you go. Couple arms getting loose as Bauerschmidt struggles. That ball poked well to right center field. It's back and it's a grand slam. Hello, Dawson Schmidt. Welcome to the Rockers. 7-0. Runners at bay. For call, lines one into right. That is back and caught, but that's deep enough. Here comes the throw. Handy scores, and the Rockers walk it off. Company, ATC, bringing energy to communities across the Northwoods through a reliable transmission grid. Whether it's lighting up the ballpark, the scoreboard, or your favorite summer nights, ATC is proud to power the moments that make Northwoods League baseball a true summer tradition. Subasu Tomi, the pitcher still. And this time he's facing a dangerous batter in Coleman Lewis. First offering, spikes it in front of Lewis, and he held off smartly. Top half of the 8th inning, friendly to the Kingfish as they tie up this ball game at 10 apiece. Today, Lewis 1 for 3, and he walked his last time around. The 1-0. Swing and a miss from Lewis on a pitch down and in. I talked to field manager Andrew Wershing about some of the pitchers on his staff and some of the height. I mean, Tommy stands at just 5'7". He said, despite how short they are, they can spin it. And he is proud to call them members of his team. That one in the dirt, and Lewis holds off. 2-1. Green Bay has played in 3 extra inning games this season. They're 2-1 in those games. Trying not to put it to extra innings and end it here in 9, or maybe on the bottom of the 9th with another walk-off. Check swing, did he go? No, he didn't. He's ahead 3-1. They checked with the third base umpire, Greg Hendricks. He said no. So Lewis climbs in with a favorable count and a chance to hit what could be another homer. 6 home runs in this game combined. All 6 have gone to right field or right center. And that is strike 2 down the middle half of the zone. So a full count. This is where Lewis kind of thrives. He has batted well in full counts. Payoff pitch from Tomey. Slashing shot into right field. Full count single for Coleman Lewis. He is aboard as the leadoff man, and the Rockers are in business. Max Humphrey the next to face Tomey. He just caught the ball to end the last inning. And today he is 2 for 4. Single and a triple. Kind of hit the triple right where he got beat a couple innings ago in center. There's been 4 triples and 6 homers in tonight's ball game. That one clips the top of the zone. And 0-1 on the Kent State product. 291 average. He was 275 prior to today's contest. Tomey set with Lewis at first. There he goes in the dirt, and the ball gets away. Stolen base, and a ball skidding away from Kibler behind the dish. And a runner back in scoring position for Green Bay. Dominic Kibler struggling to grab that one. Was probably thinking runner before he could even grab the ball. And now just 2 bags away for Humphrey. Runner goes again, and it's a broken bat. Line shot grabbed. He'll take it to the bag for a double play. How unlucky is that? And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Lewis had a stolen bag in his back pocket, but Humphrey swung and lined right to the second baseman, Snyder. First double play of the entire game comes in what could be the most pivotal moment. And now batting next is a guy who hit a homer an inning ago. And he hits another sharp line drive and just foul. Groans from the crowd here at Capital Credit Union Park. So Raymond will start in an 0-1 count, and today he's 1 for 4. He's homered his last time around. Outside of that, 3 strikeouts. Stakes really don't get any bigger than this. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, in a tie ball game. And folks, if you look to the right of your screen on that last shot, Mr. KJ Ward is the man getting warm in the pen. 0-1, Tomey to the set position. And now home. Breaking ball misses low. Count even at 1-1. Well, if you want somebody in a spot to face some crazy spin, it's probably an SEC, future ACC player in Andrew Raymond. One and one, the deal. That one low as well. And in Raymond's favor at 2-1. Probably one of the crazier games Green Bay has had all year. And they've had a bunch of them. A couple of walk-offs. They lost after 8 runs were given up. And there's another drive from Raymond to right field. He's done it again. 2 homers in a debut. Green Bay retakes the lead. 7 homers, 6 for the Rockers. All to right field. What is happening? And I just mentioned, who do you want when you're facing a guy like Tommy, who spins the ball like it's nobody's business? You want someone who's seen what the SEC has to offer. And Raymond hits homer number 2 of the night and number 7 in total, and he launched it right over his face and the entire Jumbotron. 11-10 your score. 7 homers in this one. First one to Selga, spikes and goes to the backstop. But if you know anything about this ballgame, what it's been so far from over. Second offering to Selga, Tommy home. Outside, that's a ball. (11-10) and a 2-0 count. And a couple arms getting loose. One is KJ Ward, and another is Ricky Howell. Both right-handers for the Rockers. Ball 3 on the outside to Selga, and potentially in the top half of the 9th inning, rather, Green Bay would have to face lefty, righty, lefty in Essex, Nelson, and Noack. Of course, depending on if there's some pinch hitters in there. 3-0, can Selga make it a 2-out base runner? And that one's down the zone for strike 1. 7 homers, 6 for Green Bay in this ball game. This is the best the Northwoods have to offer. Selga, a returner from last year, trying to make the advantage too. Tommy deals. That one's low, and there's a 2-out base runner for Green Bay. You talk about the fight in this Rocker team. Starts out with a single from arguably their best hitter on this entire team, Coleman Lewis. Then he steals second, and then on a stolen base attempt to third, he gets caught in a very unfortunate double play when Max Humphrey breaks his bat and lines out to second, and they double him up. And at that point, if you're a Rocker fan, you're thinking it's over. We're going to the top half of the 9th as there's a meeting on the mound, and the pitching coach for Kenosha is out to have a conversation. Jordan Nelson talking with his squad, but back to the conversation of the fight in this team, and then you bring up Raymond, who prior to his homer last inning struck out 3 times, and he's able to have 2 knocks in 2 huge moments to give Green Bay a slight advantage. And of course, it's not over yet. But how many more chances can you give this Rocker offense? Due up again for the Kingfish would be Ezra Essex. On the day, he is 0 for 3 with a walk. Then it would be J.R. Nelson, who is 2 for 3 with a walk as well, a couple runs scored. And Owen Noack, who on the day is 0 for 2. And he's reached 3 times, though. Fielder's choice once and a pair of walks. Sungmin Shin, and they check on Peyton Fort, who is pinch running for Eli Selga. And that probably means Fort slides into the DH role if we head to extras. But don't forget, Green Bay still has the bottom half of the 9th, and they check again on Fort. And Fort has had an interesting start to his season on the base paths. He's attempted to steal 4 times. 3 of those he's been caught. No offering yet to Shin. Tommy. Long pause, now home. Outside, ball 1. And good patience from the sophomore Sungmin Shin. On the day, he is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. 1-0 from Tommy. Sharp grounder right to the first baseman. Bit of a bobble, and Ide will make the play and end the inning. But Green Bay has retaken the lead. We head to the top of the ninth, where the Rockers on top. You're watching Northwoods League Baseball on Flow Sports.